Hey, Centrics, welcome back to Will It Sequel. It's been a bit. Thank you for your patience. This is where we have a quick chat about the trailers to upcoming sequel/prequel movies that we want to watch. Today's topic, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of the Songbirds and the Snakes. I am Nate, and she is the Lucy to my Cornelia Snow, Sandra. How are you doing? Are you ready for some more Hunger Games?
Always ready for Hunger Games. The heck was that?
Really bad attempt at the horn that they sound off at the,
Yeah. I'm not sure what that sounded like. Yeah, I'm always ready for another Hunger Games. I'm sorry, my brain went blank for a second there.
You're so caught up in the moment. Yes, more Hunger Games. Even though we have to wait until Thanksgiving, but yes.
And then I saw the camera. You know?
Sort of like Katniss.
But how about you?
Me, overall, I'm good as well. Looking forward to diving back into this awesome franchise. Still need to read the book, but I think I'm going to wait until after the movie just to compare and contrast,
Yeah. Yeah. So, excellent. That's a good plan. Before today's topic is pulled out of the bowl, let's welcome any new tributes as well as our tried and true champions. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bells because you don't want to miss out on any new videos or rewatch or listen to episodes like the Buzz Cut.
Check us out on Facebook.com/SequelCentric or Instagram.com/SequelCentric.
Some housekeeping. If you're looking for some more SequelCentric content, head on over to patreon.com/SequelCentric.
In Hunger Games case.
And for one banknote, you can access an extra content like the 1994 Western movie Maverick, reviewed by Duff and Nate.
Speaking of Patreon, we here at SequelCentric would like to thank our super and outrageous tier patrons for their extra help on this channel, like Marty and Jonathan, as well as our other patrons like Frank that help with the studio upgrades, like the muff mic and the new curtain setup, which you can't see, but it's 10 times better than it was.
Buckwheat Willow, what's your history with the Hunger Games franchise and your hype level for this prequel?
Well, first, Ty's gonna love you for calling me Buckwheat Willow. I would have gone with Bushrod. My hype level for this movie, 8. Very strong 8. I was there. We were there for the first movie. Loved it. Read the books. Just to get a little clarification. Yeah, I couldn't wait for the second movie that came out. That's why I dove into this, reading the first one, compare and contrast, second, third. I was blown away by the second book and was wondering, why Snow had a special interest in Katniss. For me, the movie's delivered for most part. What about you, Cassandra? What's your history with the Hunger Games? Cassandra, meaning strong, defender of men, warrior.
My hype level is an 8, maybe a 9. And I have more words to say, but I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I like the first one so much. It had, good story and all that. And, I can see, like, similarities in it to how it could, if this was in the real world type of thing, I could see how we might be shifted in that direction. So, I don't know. I don't know.
After seeing both trailers, it looks like we may have another winner on our hands, but what are your thoughts on them as well as the teaser trailer?
My thoughts on the trailer.
Yeah, yeah. Did you? Well, the teaser trailer. What's your opinion about that one?
That was a big fat tease.
So when we
That
finally,
was just mean.
so when we finally got a real trailer, like 9,
Thank
10,
you.
11 months later,
Yeah,
would you had to?
that was just mean.
I agree.
uh, I was happy to finally see a real trailer, and I think I think I've seen it. I don't know how many. Probably take both my hands and toes.
Any actors pop out for you?
It did, but now you're asking me, and my brain's going blank.
Well, when I watched it, the one actor that I recognize, 'cause I don't recognize any of the other ones, is the Dink.
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I everything I've seen him in, he has just excelled at. Love his his acting abilities.
The 12-year-old me finds his last name hilarious.
Dinklage?
No. His character's last name.
Character.
Yeah, High Bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you. The teaser that we got like a year ago was just because I think I woke up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for some reason. I don't know why I jumped on my phone and it's like, oh, there's a trailer for this, and I'm like, oh my god, finally, since I hadn't read the book, and I saw
you get the symbols.
yeah, basic. It was a big fat Richard tease. So, but when we finally got the first one, and there's that's what 2.5, 3 minutes, shows you just enough, and you find out in the trailer that this is the 10th annual Hunger Games. Like when Katniss did it, it was like what 74. Yeah. 74 because Catching Fire was the 75th. And this is also the first year that it's televised, so it's like, oh, this is interesting. And that giant screen TV that they have, to me it reminds me of a much bigger version of the TV from like Back to the Future when Marty goes back and sees his family. I mean, you can so there's so many things about this trailer that just intrigue me. And then somewhere in this story, Snow is one of the guards for District 12.
Yeah.
So, and then you can see they got the uniform, the outfit completely different than the ones from that we're familiar with, from the other Hunger Games movies.
Yeah.
So there's that's one of the reasons why I think we've watched it and dissected it from time so many times. Is there's so much going in, there's so much there. I mean, technically we could go out and buy the book and read it and spoil it, but I'm afraid that if I read the book, it's going to spoil the enjoyment of the movie.
Yeah. Hopefully they're going to be following closely to the book like they did with the movies from the first 3 movies.
Yeah, I would agree. If you've never read the Hunger Games books, the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, and you've got some questions about the movies, read the books, because, one of my questions about the first movie was like, why does the cat, hate Katniss? Well, you find in the book, spoiler alert, she, her sister brought it home, and it's like, hey, we got enough mouths to feed, we don't need another mouth, and she tried to drown the cat. That's why the cat hates her so much.
You have a favorite scene?
Favorite scene for me, where Lucy bows to everyone. Kind of reminds me of Katniss, the whole, I don't know if that was on purpose, the director or the writers, that they did that on purpose, so that, because it's in the trailer, so it grabs you, it immediately grabs you.
Yeah.
And the mayhem of the games. I'm just, the 2 games that we saw in the other movies were out in the open. This looks like it's like in a really big room, So once again, so there's so much there that's piqued my interest, So what about you? Anything piqued your interest? and he
Seeing
likes.
Peter Dinklage's character again,
Yeah,
he who created the Hunger Games.
yeah,
I'm going to reiterate here. He's such a great actor.
mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see how he does this character. Any favorite lines?
Uh, yeah. The line that caught my attention was at the end of the first trailer, with they pulled the audio clip.
From yeah,
Yeah, from Adult Snow, saying it's the things that we love most that destroy us. You know, so that was just so powerful.
yeah.
Snow's and Lucy's relationship also intrigues me. So, um, there's so much there to unpack. You got what about you? You got a favorite quote?
Yeah, and you probably guess who it's from. My favorite actor. It's from Dinklage's High Bottom,
Yeah.
and where he says, as a mentor, Mr. Snow, your role is to turn these children into spectacles, not survivors.
Yeah, which goes back
Ugh.
to this is the first year it's televised.
Yeah.
Because you watch the other movies, it's a big to do, right? The
Yeah.
tributes are coming in and on the chariots, and it's just like so you can
Right.
see. So this is the first year where they're guiding everything for future televised events
Right.
and how they want to present
It's
everybody.
like season one, and how
Yeah.
and you see how each season the show evolves.
Yeah. So that once again, go see the trailer. There's so much there to absorb, unpack, and just tantalize your eye buds,
Mm-hmm. Your eye holes.
your eye holes. Yes. Well, unless there's anything else you want to add, then that's it for today. Please check out our other content like Jurassic World Domination review on YouTube and
Dominion.
What'd I say?
Domination.
Sorry. Whoosh. And sequels to be or not to be on Patreon. Plus, you can listen to us on all major podcasting apps as well as other ones like Castbox and TuneIn Radio.
That's it for now. And until next time, ask yourself this one question.
Will a prequel?
Bye.